Welcome back to my channel, y'all. My name is Mariah, and today I'm gonna tell y'all how I got into Columbia University. If the setup and my hair look a little similar or familiar, I just filmed my how I got into USC video. If you guys want to check that out, I will put a little link somewhere up here so you guys can easily get to that. But I'm short on time, guys. It's summer, I have a job, I'm busy, so I'm just recording these videos back to back. I'm trying to save myself some time. In this video, I'm going to be reading the essays that got me into Columbia University. Columbia University is the only Ivy League school that I applied to, and if I'm being honest, I was not expecting to get in at all. So that just shows, apply to schools that you don't even think you're going to get into. Just apply. Like, it can't hurt to apply, because the worst they're going to say is no. So just apply. That's what I did, and I ended up getting in. While I'm not going to Columbia University, I wanted to make this video just because some of you might be interested in how to get in. It might be your dream school, this and that. So I wanted to read my essays so you guys had more things to base yours off of as you start getting into the college application process. I mentioned this in a few of my other videos before, but I applied to Columbia through the Common App, and on the Common App you can put in 10 activities and 5 awards. If you're interested in seeing the 10 activities that I put and the 5 awards, go watch my how I got into UC Berkeley video. I'll link it in the description below. But in that video, I read all the activities and awards that I put into my UC application, and they're very similar to the ones I put on my Common App. I only added 5 extra to my UC app because I was given 20 spaces rather than 15 like on the Common App. If you're interested in that or have questions about what I just explained, because I probably didn't explain that too well, comment down below and I can answer them. And yeah, we're just going to get into the essays because this is like really important for getting into schools like Columbia, because everyone's resumes are going to be stacked. People applying to these schools, their resumes are going to be stacked. They're going to have good grades, good test scores. So the only thing left to set you apart is these essays. So work on them accordingly. Let me give a little story time. I get rejected from my dream school in like December, and then all the other Ivy League acceptances or applications were due in January. So my mindset is like, bro, I wasn't good enough for Stanford, so I'm not even going to submit more. Randomly, my friends like, bro, submit it anyways, like write in, like apply to these schools anyways. So the day the Columbia application was due, I submit the application. I wrote it and submitted day of. So yeah, these essays aren't perfect, they're not the best, but for whatever reason they still worked. Another thing I want to mention is that the Common App takes a Common App essay. So my Common App essay, another video I already filmed, I'll link that in the description below too, is the essay that I submitted. And I think that honestly played a big part in why I got into the school, because my Common App essay was very different from anything I had seen before or read from anyone else. I also want to give a little bit of a disclaimer if my cheeks are really chubby or if I'm talking weird, like I'm in pain, because I am. I just got my wisdom teeth taken out like 4 days ago. I probably shouldn't be doing this much talking, but I wanted to get this video filmed so I can start editing and have it ready for y'all. I'm gonna just kind of go through these essays and read the prompts. I remember it being fairly short. So the first prompt was list the titles of books, essays, poetry, short stories, or plays that you read outside of academic courses that you enjoyed the most during high school. I'm gonna like paste it right here, kind of what it looks like, because I organized it in categories. But the first category was novels about my people, The Hate You Give, Beloved, The Help. And then beautifully heartbreaking books, Everything, All the Bright Places, The Summer I Turned Pretty. Poems, I put Brown Girl Dreaming. And to fuel my faith, my last category, I said Present Over Perfect and Women of the Word. Next one says we're interested in learning about some of the ways that you explore your interests. List some resources and outlets that you enjoy, websites, publications, journals. So kind of just like little pastimes. Put this into categories. Do that, organize it, it'll look different than just listing it. That's boring. Captivating shows and movies, I have Crazy Rich Asians, Encanto, Hidden Figures, Gilmore Girls, Cutthroat Kitchen, Knives Out, and Snack First Chef. For insight and inspiration, my next category, I put TED Talks, The Power of Vulnerability, Empowering Girls in the Puzzle of Motivation, I put the Happiness Lab podcast, Christian Bay podcast, and Balanced Black Girl podcast. To grow my knowledge of the world and people around me, I put Animal Planet and The Mind Explained on Netflix. For music, I put River Flows in You by Yurma. It's like classical music, and then Dos Oruguitas from Encanto. My guides for creative expression, I put Jasmine Brown on YouTube, Pinterest, and Bob Ross. Now we're gonna get into like the real essays, I guess you could say. This one says, tell us about an aspect of your own perspective, viewpoint, or lived experience that's important to you and how it will contribute to Columbia's diverse and collaborative community. In 2021, I was one of 4 athletes of color on my lacrosse team. During the majority of our season, there was not a single person of color on the opposing teams. At practice, I was ostracized by the Caucasian girls on my team and felt out of place in the sport that I loved. But with more than half our team graduating, I saw an opportunity to deconstruct the toxic culture of women's varsity lacrosse. My junior year, I was selected to be varsity team captain and began reaching out to athletes of color, encouraging them to try out. That year, the percentage of people of color on our team had increased to 60%. So with a leadership position on the team, I began creating a new foundation for my school's lacrosse program. I planned numerous team bonding events and hosted goal-focused team meetings wherein we created our team values, respect, dedication, and chemistry. By the end of the season, we were league champions. The experience has shown me that creating change takes one courageous person who is willing to take action, a lesson I will carry with me into any community I am a part of. These core meaty essays for Columbia are 200 words or fewer. So they're not super word taxing, Keep it short, keep it direct. Next, why are you interested in attending Columbia University? As a person who is deeply rooted in curiosity, Columbia University would supply me with the resources and opportunities to explore both my personal and academic interests. The literature humanities at Columbia is structured for students just like me who desire to dive deep into discussion over philosophical topics, including the purpose of human suffering and how one's own interests can affect those around them. In collaborative spaces, this department will encourage me to examine aspects of myself as I critically dissect the past and the lives of literary characters, obtaining lessons I would be able to carry with me beyond college. Through reading and collaboration over these intriguing topics, individuals like myself can grow, flourish, and work towards fostering a stronger society. Additionally, completing English coursework at Columbia's Global Center in France is an opportunity I find extremely compelling. The program would allow me to engage in research with local experts, and as I work towards becoming a journalist, this international experience would become very beneficial. While submerged in a foreign culture and enveloped in the city of love, I would push myself beyond my comfort zone as I explored the intriguing literature of France through a global lens. I know what you're thinking, especially if you guys have read watched my other videos. At USC, I applied for business. At Stanford, I applied for engineering. At UC Berkeley, undeclared. At UCLA, biology. And here at Columbia, journalism. I don't know what I was doing. Anyways, for applicants to Columbia College, please tell us what from your current and past experiences attracts you specifically to the areas of study that you previously noted. As the only female sports journalist for West Coast Preps, I was determined to craft unique articles that stood apart from the rest. Submerged in a male-dominated field, I began to stray away from asking typical performance-related questions and dug deeper into who the athletes were beyond their athletic achievements. During an interview with Jalen Lewis, the youngest professional basketball player in America, he shared with me the loss of his mother, who passed away when he was only 2 months old. I learned that the absence of his mother created a void that is softened by the joy of basketball. Jalen's story showed me the importance of focusing on the good aspects of life rather than dwelling on a past I cannot change. There are many people just like Jalen who I'm excited to learn about, and as an English major, I can develop my writing skills as a journalist and proficiently share their stories. Every opportunity I have to interview others is an investment in learning about real-life experience. With every new article I write, I not only apply these valuable lessons to my life daily, but also eagerly share them with the rest of the world. There are 3 main essays for Columbia that were 200 words or fewer, and these I would say are the most important. While everything is important, these 3 essays, since you're given the most words, are going to say the most about you. My last and my favorite essay that I probably wrote, not essay but like short response that I wrote out of all of my college applications, is this one I'm about to read. Reflect on your source of happiness. Help us get to know you further by describing the first thing that comes to your mind when you consider what simply brings you joy. Lumpia, a fried Filipino delicacy filled with beef and vegetables. Food brings me joy, serving as a reminder of my mother's immigration, the culture that flows through me, and whose flavors dance on my tongue. I love that. Because in a lot of my essays, I feel like I talk about how I'm black. My Common App essay has to do with how I'm African American. But this is where I put in the culture that I got from my mom's side and my love for food. If y'all know me, I love food. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed listening to the essays that got me into Columbia. Go to my college playlist if you guys want to see more videos like this, and stay tuned for more tips on the college application process. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and be blessed, y'all.